Hi John, how are you today?
Good, Tron. How are you today?
Very good, thank you, John. Thanks for catching up today.
No
Um,
worries.
so this meeting is in regards to our last meeting, the training need analysis we have done for your organization, and
Yep.
as you have mentioned, so we have created a learning program for your two identified groups. So
Hmm.
you said you wanted to provide a training for your front of house, especially for the young ones who has come to the age that they can serve alcohol
Yep.
at the workplace, and so we and for your kitchen staff, as you have a lot of backpackers that move around. Some people come with the skills, but some doesn't have it.
Yep.
The understand the rules and regulation, are aware about it, rules and regulation around food and safety in Victoria. So I have chosen these two unit of competencies that gonna focus on these areas, and that will able your staff to do their job with more knowledge, and with more focus and more enthusiasm and more confidence.
Yeah.
And so what I'll do is I'll go through with you for each group, and I'll explain you the learning program and how it's going to unfold.
Great.
So we'll go one at a time. So the first one I have chosen um, for you is for your back of house, is starting with the back of house, and I
Yep.
have started with a plan that's gonna, um, it will provide all your staff with the awareness and the knowledge required serving food and handling food in the kitchen environment. And so it's a SIT training package. It comes under the SIT training package, and that focus on hospitality, tourism, businesses. So very focused to your organization as well.
Yep.
So the unit which we have taken from that is called Provide Responsible Service of Alcohol,
Hmm.
and it's a current release. And the session, we are thinking to do it a 4-hour session on Monday.
Hmm.
As you mentioned that your cafe closes on Monday and Tuesday,
Yep.
so we can do it on Monday of a 4-hour session, and it will be held in Go TAFE Shepparton and their
Hmm.
workplace environment. All right, so they we have already I have already filled up a risk analysis, a risk uh, management plan
Hmm.
according to the venue. So all the emergency procedures in place, health and safety, occupational health and safety, fire alarm, and all of those are all checked and all sorted from there. Sorry, John, won't belong.
That's okay.
And all right, so I'll quickly go through with you. All right, so the focusing on your back of house, we have focusing on your front of house, we have
Yep.
chosen responsible service of alcohol
Yep.
as a unit of competency. So this unit, this will describe the performance, outcome, and skill and knowledge required to serve responsibly your alcohol in your venue. So
Hmm.
that will able your staff to be aware about the rules, the legislations, and the regulations around Victoria, how to serve alcohol. So if you have backpackers in and out, this program will able to make them work transfer their skill, pre-existing skill, transferable.
Mm-hmm.
So by doing this, so that's why one of the reason why we have selected this. And so some of the elements we're going to cover in this one is so following the principle of responsible service of alcohol, which is very important. As you can understand, a lot of fights in this scenario of drunk customers, so it's hard for staff to tackle those situations. And
Yep.
while doing this unit of competency, they will be able to address all those issues.
Right.
They can assist customer to drink within appropriate limit, refuse to provide alcohol for any drunk or any misbehaved
Yeah.
person in your venue, so you don't have to worry about that. You have to keep an eye, when you have your functions or your normal day-to-day cafe running.
Great.
And so some of the foundation skills, and we have talked about any requirement. You have mentioned that there is no extra skill requirement or any LLN requirement for your kitchen staff, but some of the basic skills we needed for this unit is reading skills, so that they can able to read complex information, just general regulatory and advisory information, house policies and procedures. Another skill we're looking for is a oral communication skill, which provide information on responsible service of alcohol laws to the customer. Numeracy skill, calculate volume and number of standard drink or samples. Teamwork skill, so that they can work in a team, share customer information with team member to ensure proper responsible service of alcohol practices within your organization. And self-management skill to deal with all hostile and uncooperative customers in a professional manner. So how's that sound so far for you, Need?
Yeah.
So this is more focusing on responsibly serving of alcohol, and you're looking forward to improve or increase your capacity and offering, so that will able to equip your staff with the basic skills and knowledge they required in serving alcohol, and then it'll be easier for them to move to the next training package, and
Right.
that will give them a start, a foundation skill.
Perfect. Yeah, like even as you're talking, I'm just thinking to give people experience in that kind of setting to prepare them for what can sometimes happen in the workplace. I think
Yeah.
that's really important.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. All right, John. So what I'll do is I'll quickly go through the second unit of competency. I have chosen it for your employees, and this is for the back of house. Yep. So this is again, it's a SIT training package, and we are so John, we are using a Victorian quality framework. When we're designing these learning program, so
Yep.
these are national standards, and they can go anywhere with these standards and work within and internationally as well. So we
Right.
have designed these programs so that they can take the skills anywhere or in
It's
any
great for the
state.
backpackers.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's great
Or any
across the
staff
board because,
to move around.
really good.
So this is called SIT, participate in safe food handling practices. And touching back to our conversation regards to your kitchen crew, you wanted to increase the capacity of your kitchen, like in terms of serving more food offering to the customer. And in order to do that, you would like a stable policies and procedures in your place in the kitchen, so you're not worried about that someone's going to serve an off product to your customer. So
Correct.
anyone who is going to work in your kitchen will have the understanding of how to handle the safe for a customer.
Yep.
and that will. So this unit, the one we for the participate in safe food handling practices, um, it's requires to handle food safely, store the food safely, preparation, display, service, and disposal of food. So all these are some of the areas that your staff will be training in these areas.
Yep.
Organization with so it applies to your organization as well with permanent or temporary kitchen staff, and you have a food preparation area. So for your cafes, safe food handling practices are based on an organization individual food safety program. So what this will give us an opportunity to review your food handling safety program within your organization as well. So what we can do is because as you have mentioned in your last interview that you wanted to create and review your existing policies and procedures in both in your front and your back of house. So this will help us to review your current food handling policies and procedures, and train your staff with the updated version as well. So that's going to be very helpful for you and your staff as well.
Awesome.
So some of the like in this it's in the food safety sector. Some of the elements that we are going to train will be follow food safety program. So they will be following a food safety program that is a Victorian state standard, but also a food safety program that's more focused on your organizations, so they can know the benchmark and the standards, and then they can take those learning back to the organization and review your product and food safety program.
Great.
They can they can serve food safely, prepare food safely, provide safe single-use items, maintain a clean environment so for your kitchen or any production area, and dispose of food safely. So they will be learning all these elements in this unit, and because as you said, like most of the staff in your kitchen have already worked in a kitchen around, and they know the skill of how to cook food, and as you said, you have some new staff, they just come as a kitchen hand, and you would like to train them as well, and for your future employment as well. So I think this will equip your juniors staff with the knowledge and skill to participate in safe food handling at workplace.
Yep.
And so again, some of the foundation skills we needed in this unit is reading skill, to read and interpret food safety program policies and procedures, writing skills to complete documentation for monitoring food safety, numeracy skill to calibrate and use a thermometer probe and calculate timing, and again planning and organizing skill to coordinate different food handling tasks to take account of food safety issues. So all these skills and all these elements they will be learning in this learning program. We're gonna have assessment in this one. So we both so what's going to happen is, so first they will learn everything in these 4 hours. So the first 2 hours is more about so the delivery of this learning program will be, as I said, is in GoTAFE Shepparton, and it will be a face-to-face or on-class presentation that included your workbook sheets and role play scenarios to teach and to to teach your staff for both food handling safely and responsible service of alcohol, and also 1 minute. And the assessment method that we're gonna use. Um, sorry, John. 1 minute. Yep. So both the trainings for 4 hours on GoTafe Shepparton on Fry Street.
Yep.
We are going to contextualize Cactus Country existing policies and procedures in serving alcohol, food safety program, your business red line plan, your current beverage menu, and any license and legislation regulations, and so that we can tailor this learning program to your specific to your organization. And so some of the training, most of the training will be in a presentation format, but some part will be as a role play or work log sheets or scenario based training. And some of the assessment method that we are going to use to assess the staff competency in these 2 units are observation checklist, class-based activities. So we will be asking them to play a scenario, a role play, a drunk customer or abrupt customer to a
Right.
person serving an alcohol behind the bar, or for a kitchen scenario, how to store frozen goods properly
Yeah.
or dry goods properly, and how to measure temperature, or how to maintain a temperature log for safe food.
Yep.
Some Q&A oral questions, knowledge question will be used as well when we assessing the learning program. And some work, what we are going to do is, as part of this, we can provide workplace observation checklist, so that when they finish their learning program at TAFE, when they come back to your work, you can use that checklist, that what your staff has learned, and they can put it in practice. So you can tell me if any changes you want me to make at the end, but I think that will be a good one. So yep, assessment methods we have just gone through. So okay, John, now if you can tell me whether the time frame is suitable for your training. Are you happy with the content and the structure I have present you for your training program for your staff? Are you happy, or would you like any modification, or what's your thought on it?
Is there any way we can speed it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a great program, but I'm just wondering whether, if we do it on site, whether we could potentially speed it up and fast track it.
Yeah. All right. And the timing is Monday, because you said Monday and Tuesday close. So is Monday suitable, or Monday?
And even with that, like, is it a good idea that after the training on a Tuesday, you come in on a Wednesday and actually walk through some of the training in a real world practice with real customers?
Yeah, sure. We can move it to Tuesday. Follow that. It's I think that I can see in this program, apart from it's all good, it's all suited to your requirement. The only weakness I can see is it just traveling, because some of your staff, they have to travel to Shepparton. That's the only weakness I can see. It's really good because it's a short course, an accredited course that suits your need for now, and then you can build up your more training
On top of it.
on top of it. But this will be a good start for you to, set up your front and your kitchen staff
Yep.
with a good start. All right, John. So what I'll do is I'll make sure I'll do these changes, and I'll get back to you.